BNB, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis and the price drop, we mentioned if we get the reversal, we can look for buy, but we mentioned we can expect to get the correction before we get the reversal. And as we can see right now, we get the correction. And I want to see whether this one can turn to a flat or not because the way is correcting. Okay. And how we want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, we move to daily chart. And based on daily chart, we mentioned still we're looking for this flat. And if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. And even we mentioned we can expect this one turn to a deeper correction. As long as the price haven't break the previous low, we can look for reversal. Even if the price break the previous low, we can look for expanding flat. But we prefer, because when it turns to expanding flat, then we cannot confirm how deep it can go. Okay, but the best thing is with the price reverse without breaking the previous low. In this case, we move to forward chart and we want to see how we can look for trade. And based on forward chart, as we can see the price drop, and right now what we get here is really corrective. And mostly if this one turned to a corrective move, we can put in relative to this. That means this one turned to a more complex correction, for this one turned to a deeper correction before we get the reversal. Now the thing is how we can look for this. Either the price reverse from here, or this one turn to corrective move for one more drop before we get the reversal. Because if we refer to the indicators, if we put this low and relative to the previous one, we have a divergence based on these indicators. But MACD doesn't show us divergence. That's why still we can expect this one to turn to a deeper correction for one more drop. And based on forward chart, we don't have any trade setup. And in this case, I move to 1 hour chart. Okay. First of all, based on 1 hour chart, we see we have a divergence, and as well here. Okay. Now we want to see how we can look at the chart. Firstly, as we mentioned, we are looking at this one as a flat. Even if the price tag this top break, still we're looking at the flat. The only thing is different type of the flat. Okay, when we have a flat with this down move, the next move also can give us one more drop with the breakout of this low. But since we have a divergence, mostly we can look for the reversal. Either we get a flat with the break, the price give us one more drop with the breakout of the previous low, we get the reversal, or the price reverse from here. Okay, but if we want to follow the analysis, we consider this one as a flat. And even if we want to look for sell, the prefer is let the price break the top. Any sharp move flag from there, we take the trade as a short term. And if we want to look for buy, either the price drop from here or take the top, we consider as a flat, let the price drop. Then from there, if we get a reversal, we can look for trade. It doesn't mean that as long as the price tag, draw, and break the previous low, we can look for reversal. Okay, this is how we can look at the chart. But how about if the price reverse from here? Because already we have a divergence. The only way is to look for trade. Either we get the continuation with a sharp move, flag, correction, we take the trade. Or if we want to have entry above this, if we get the correction here, and that correction is like turn to a trade setup for buy, then maybe we can have entry above this. And also we need to be careful. How about the internal flat for one move up? Because we mentioned the price can't break the top for one more drop. Okay, then having entry above this can be really risky. I won't suggest it unless we get the correction here. Then from there, either we take the trade from the correction, and mostly we can have entry above this. Then from now, what we have here, if the price sharply reverse from here, we can have entry above this. But what we want if this one give us a sharp move, the price reverse sharply. Okay, now having entry above the top, we have two options, either for above here or above here. We mentioned if you want to have entry above this, we need to get the correction. Then we can consider above having entry above this. And what we want the price break sharply and continue the price tag, which is not moving. We take out the trade within the first or second hours. But if the price continue from here, we didn't get the correction and the price break the previous top, then the only way is to have entry above this. Okay, again, we want the price break and continue the price tag, which is not moving, we don't take the trade. we take out within the first or second hours. But we are not going to, if the price reverse as a corrective move, we are not going to have entry above this. We want to, I mean, when we have entry above the top, in case the price sharply reverse. But what I'm looking at this flat for one more drop. Okay, because if we will follow the technical analysis, we get the flat here. When we have a flat, we can expect to get one more drop. Because if we move to forward chart, still we can expect this one turn to a correction in relative to this. Still we have this, and we can expect to get one more drop. Okay, but as we mentioned, we are more interested, even based on forward chart, we don't have any, MACD doesn't show us a divergence. Anyway, we just follow the chart, and if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.